Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 17 and today we're playing our first ever games in the Serie A as we take on Roma and Milan as well. Plus transfer deadline day 2, so lots to get through. Let's just get straight to it today. Now, of course, in the last episode, we made 2 new signings to our Palermo team. Those were Calabria and also Mandragora as well, and I'm pretty happy with our improvements to the back line. Also, Mariani got promoted from the academy as well since he turned 16. Has potential to be special. Love that as well. And also, we beat Genoa by 3-0 in the first game of the season in the Coppa Nazionale around the 32. So yeah, today Roma at home and Milan away, which I'm really excited for at the San Siro. And also transfer deadline day 2. But you might have noticed there are 2 European qualifiers which you won't play today. The group stage for the Euro qualifiers for Euro 2020 is just being drawn, and take a look at the group we've got, man. I mean, seriously, it's very, very tough. I'm pretty confident we'll get there because I trust this Italian team, but we've got Germany, Poland, Austria, Turkey, and Norway as well. Now, that is an extremely tough group. It's going to be quite hard to get out of, but I trust the team, and hopefully we'll be able to get through that qualification stages and get to Euro 2020. But just today, league games with the club, and yeah, don't think there's much else to discuss, really. So let's get to the first game, which is Roma at home for our first Serie A game. Although, as Italy just let us know about the national squad submission deadline day coming up, there is a bid here for La Giomina from Parma, who want to take him for £410,000. This guy's actually on the transfer list right now, one of very few players on the transfer list, as he's a striker that's out of contract in the summer, and also we've got quite a few strikers here already, so I'm going to let him go to Parma if he wants to. Now, I know we've got a really small squad, and I've said we don't really have, you know, enough players in this team to let players go either on loan or on a transfer, but we've got enough strikers here, a job lot of them, and he's out of contract in the summer as well, so if we can get a fee for him, I'll take it. So first game then, and the first game of the Serie A, and it is Roma here at home. Really looking forward to this test, but a very tough one to start off with. And, oh, by the way, I don't think I told you, but the team that went up with us and Frosinone from last season to the Serie A was Salerno, the team we wanted to come up. Moses Oggia leading this team's promotion via the playoffs. That's awesome. But, yeah, Roma for the first game today here at home. And is our 4-1-2-1-2 narrow for the game. Pretty much the same team as the wannabe Genoa, a couple of changes, including no Barella, who would normally be our captain due to you guys voting for it in the last episode, because he's a little bit tired after picking up a knock in that game. So Bonifazi wear the armband today, and also Calabria making his debut in the right back role as well. Roma's team is very, very decent in a 4-3-3 with a very good trio through the middle of the park, including Daniele De Rossi wearing the armband, Nainggolan and Maxime Gonlons as well. Tough test for our first ever game in the Serie A in charge of Palermo, but let's get the win and come on the boys from the Stadio Renzo Barbara.
Hanno preso l'esterno difensivo che mancava dal punto di vista tattico a questa squadra. Oggi abbiamo già la possibilità di vederlo in azione per la prima volta con la sua nuova maglia.
Cercavano un giocatore con delle caratteristiche ben precise e l'hanno individuato in lui. Solo il tempo ci dirà se si è trattato o no di un acquisto azzeccato.
De Rossi to Nainggolan, now Gonlons on the ball. That midfield trio is going to be so hard to stop in this game. I'm sure they'll be knocking balls around all over the place as Nainggolan receives it and finds De Rossi. Ball back to him, and the Belgian does shoot, but puts it wide of the post. That's going to be the main threat, I think, in this game for Roma. That midfield trio, the way they dictate tempo, move the ball around. If we are to get any kind of result today, we'll have to stop them from playing their natural game. So first chance for us here, 90 minutes in. Mergier is going to float in a free kick towards Lo Faso, and Juan Jesus gets it away. I don't expect us to win many balls in the air in this game. We don't have much height in this lineup, so got to be wary of Roma's threat when whipping crosses into the centre. As Ponce gets on the ball. It's a great through ball to Bittencourt, who is through here, and the shot goes over the bar. That's twice now Roma have got inside our area, but fortunately could not hit the target on either occasion. Now, I'll definitely take a point in our first game in this area, no doubt about it. Roma's such a great side, and we've not got going at all. 24 minutes in, played so well against Genoa, but in this game we've been all over the place. Here come Roma again. Bruno Perez on the ball, trying to take it around Rolando into Tola and whipping across the centre. Cragno punches it clear, deflects off Bonifazi, and Maggiore gets it away. We'll be very, very, very lucky to get a clean sheet in this game, and Cragno makes a really good save there. Roma are piling on the pressure early, man. 30 minutes in, and we're doing everything we can to weather this storm, but at the moment, it seems inevitable that at some point, they are going to break the deadlock and go in front, because we just cannot contain at the moment. Maggiore heads it away. This is worrying. We just cannot stop Roma on the offensive, but Cutrone has won won it back, closes down the goalkeeper and puts it into the back of the net, and totally against the run of play. One chance, one shot, one goal, and Patrick Cutrone, who had a fantastic end to the season last year, gives Palermo the lead. A howler from the Roma defender as Cutrone charged in, wins it back and puts us in front. Come on! Make no mistake, that was a big mistake and we do not deserve to be in front. He dilly-dallied on the ball, Cutrone ran clear, the goalkeeper came out to close down the angles, but Pat said, mate, you may as well go back to your lines. I'm putting it back into the back of the net. 1-0 to Palermo, and we take the lead 10 minutes before the break in the first half where we've been dominated and somehow we lead. Going into Mario Rui. Roma will not be pleased going into the break, still trailing by one, so can they respond? Shot deflected, but straight to Bruno Perez, who dinks one in. Bonifazi nods it away. And Lofaso finds Mojia, and maybe just before half-time a chance for a second goal. It's Moisa, and can he get away? It's Keane, and we know what to do now. We know what to do. It didn't work anyway. I was going to say just take your time and then place it, but that didn't work either. Oh man, that should have been two. Got to re-sign Monacello from Atalanta, man. Seriously, poor Moisa. Like the smash shots don't work. The take your time and finesse shots don't work. Maybe we should try round the goalkeeper the next time. As Roma could level up here, and they've done so as well. Daniela De Rossi volleying the ball home, and we said that midfield trio was going to be the key area of the squad for Roma in this game, and it is the experienced midfielder that makes it 1-1. Only Francesco Totti has more appearances for Roma than Daniela De Rossi, and that is a really, really nice strike in at the near post. I can't tell whether that was a knockdown at the far post or a failed clearance from us. I'm not too sure, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is the ball's in the back of the net. De Rossi gives Roma a deserved equaliser, and it is 1-1. I said Roma were looking dangerous from crosses, and they really are. Mandragora blocks that one and puts it behind for a corner as De Rossi's coming off with Strootman. But yeah, we're really struggling at the moment, man. Really struggling. Every time Roma put the ball into the box, they look like scoring, and they almost did there. Gonlon's denied by a fabulous save by Cragno, but right now it's the crossing game for Roma, and they're coming out on top. One late chance for Roma to win the game here. 9 going on the ball, shrugged off by Murgia, and that is going to do it. Final score at the Stadio Renzo Barbara. 1-1 between Palermo and Roma, and I've got to say I'll take that. The fans are happy with it, I'm happy with that as well. That manager is copying my style, but I'll take the 1-1 draw. I'll take the 1-1 draw. It was a thrilling game though. Great way to start the Serie A season for action. Both teams having a lot of shots. Roma having significantly more than us, plus more of the ball as well. But only 3 shots on target for them from 11 taken. Pretty poor in terms of their accuracy, but 1-1 draw, and I'd certainly take the point, no doubt about it. And I will give man the match to the goal scorer for them, Daniela De Rossi, who scored their nice volley and played quite well before he was eventually substituted. So 1-1 the final score, and yeah, I'll take the point. That's not a bad result in our first Serie A game. And as we approach deadline day, we're still waiting to see whether La Giomina is going to leave the club and go to Parma, or whether he'll stay here. And I don't really think we'll do anything on deadline day at all. There's very little money remaining in our budget. And I think I'd rather keep it for January, just in case there might be 1 or 2 players on a pre-contract that we could sign. But deadline day is upon us, and we'll see if anything does happen. We've got 321 grand to work with, not much, but if we do change the wage, or email there, if we do change the wage budget, we could possibly get up to around 750k, so maybe a fringe player, but yeah, I think I'll probably... Oh, actually, right, he's going nowhere. I think I'll probably just save the money and wait until January. There's an email in our inbox there. It's a loan offer for Sitola, which, of course, this guy's going nowhere. Our starting left-back. I don't know why it takes so long for players to decide whether they want to leave the club or not. As there was a bid for La Giomina, but he's still not decided. Oh, no, he's rejected it. What? I was never notified of that. I tell you, man, like, don't get me wrong, I like the change that EA have made to career mode this year with the more detailed transfer negotiations and the nice animations as well. But there's still quite a few bugs. It takes far too long for players to decide whether they want to leave or stay at the club as well. And also, like, you don't get notified sometimes when a player decides he's not going to leave the club as well. So, as Giomina rejects the deal, then he's going to stay here. That's kind of annoying, because I'd rather have the cash, but that's just one of those things. And again, with 9 hours to go, if he's not going to go, then there's probably nothing going on deadline day, and we'll just split straight through it. Okay, so with 1 hour left on deadline day, that is going to do it then. No business for Palermo whatsoever, as we anticipated. I would have liked to have sold La Giomina, but sadly no bids came in, so we couldn't sell him in the end. You see what happened around the leagues. Juventus had a pretty interesting window. They sold Chiellini and Piacca, interesting enough, but did bring in Pereira, Jota, and Matt Mats Hummels as well. But as for us, a pretty successful window in the end. Only 3 new signings, but I like the ones we brought in. Capone, decent young talent. Mandragora, quite expensive contract, but a pretty decent signing as well. And Calabria as well, who I was really happy with. Only the one sale, but that was our last foreign player here too. I'm pretty happy with the window we had in the summer, and a pretty decent start to season 2 in terms of transfers, especially when we were working with a very limited budget. So as for the top deals across the leagues then, Mats Hummels went to Juventus for £57.2 million. Virgil van Dijk went to Manchester City for £56.7 million. And Jerome Boateng went to Barcelona for £55.8 million. So that's it. Deadline day is over, and a pretty productive summer window for Palermo, if not that much business getting done. So there's confirmation. Transfer deadline day is over, and straight afterwards, Avellino put in a bid for Pamini here. Of £67,000. An interesting character after last season, 37 years old, and he's actually only our second goalkeeper at the club. We only have one other in Cragno, so if we are to sell him, then we'll have to buy someone straight away in January, otherwise we'll be in a lot of trouble. So we'll leave it for now and deal with that a bit later. But also an academy update as well. As you can see, only one player now left in our youth squad. That is Fabio Romano, who's 17 years old. Really poor overall, but the potential is very, very good. So eventually he will get him a contract once he starts kicking up a fuss. But it does remind me, it's now time to send our youth scouts out. I said to do it straight after the summer transfer window. So Tiago Abreu, the Portuguese scout, is waiting, and it's time to send him back out to Italy for another 9-month mission. 360 grand it will cost, totally fine with me. I won't specify a type because I never like to do that. So we'll send him out on a 9-month mission and see what he picks up from his next scouting update. So second and final game, it is indeed the second game of the Serie A season as we travel to San Siro to take on Milan. Their side is very good, 4-3-3, just like Rome, with Storari and Gobert for Acosta, Romagnoli, Gomez and Abate, their captain at right back. Midfield trio is pretty decent. Locatelli, Kessie and Bilia, their trio in the middle of the park. And their front three is very good as well. Thomas Lemar on the left-hand side, he'll be very hard to stop. Conti on the right, and Silva is their striker today. And as for our team, well, it's the same 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, with only one change in the starting 11, and that sees Nicolo Barella, who missed the first game due to being quite tired after the injury, stepping back into the first 11, and therefore wearing the armband, as you guys voted he should be captain. So second game, Milan. Let's get a point and make sure we don't lose either of our first 2 games in the Serie A. Melagorni to Lofaso, free ball finds Mandragora. That's a great free ball to Patrick Cutrone, who makes it. Oh no, he doesn't hit the post. No, he can't get it back. Keane can't pull the trigger. Now he can. No, he can't. I was pressing so he didn't do anything. And Milan get it away. Oh, golden chance for Cutrone against his former club. I thought he tucked it in the bottom corner, but he hit the woodwork. Now Keane on the ball, though, finding Calabria. Excellent spell of pressure here from Palermo. Oh, Calabria sent his men walking. Which way did he go? But the cross was really poor, and Milan get it away. I'll tell you what, though, for Mandragora, I mean, he's had a great start to the season. 49.5 grand a week. We can talk about the salary until the cows come home, but right now, he's doing nothing to disprove that he doesn't deserve this money. He's been brilliant, as Melagoni finds Lofaso, who will let fly from range, and that's not too far off target. What a first half an hour. 45 minutes in, we've been a better team in the first half, but here come Milan, looking for a goal just before the break to get in front. Great cross by Conti. Silva's at the back, stick off the bar, and Mandragora does enough, and Totola will hoof it away, and it will deflect off Locatelli and go out for a throw. 0-0 in the first half. Milan almost going in front against the run of play that we did against Roma, but still 0-0. And I've got to say, the Palermo fans once again are in good voice. That was a great first half from us. But at this rate, we're not going to win either of our first 2 games. But hey, 2 points from 2 and a clean sheet in the second as well. I definitely would have taken it going into the season, but Mergia finds Lofaso off the crossbar. Oh, Barella. Oh, what a save by Storari. Barella with a lovely piece of hustle, won it back, but Storari denies him at the near post. The woodwork's been struck 3 times in this game, twice by us, once by Milan, but still 0-0. Is anyone going to score in this one? We are desperately unlucky not to be in front in this game. We've played very well. We are still tied at 0-0, but here is Aaron Ramsey on the ball, and he hits the post. Oh my word, both teams have hit the woodwork twice in this game. This is crazy. How is it still 0-0? Lofaso gives it to Moise Keane, gives it him back, and Lofaso finds space. Oh, but Abate stepped in. I didn't see him. He was like hiding behind his teammate. I didn't see him there. But it is cleared by Milan. Here's Melagoni through to Barella, and now through to Cutrone, who holds it up well, rolls it through. Lofaso takes it in his stride. Oh, great save by Storari, and turned away. I cannot believe this is still 0-0. There's been so many chances from both sides. The woodwork struck 4 times today, but no one can find the back of the net. Well, what a bizarre game here at the San Siro. Final score, Milan 0, Palermo 0. I'll certainly take this result though. Back-to-back draws to start the season off, but against Roma at home and Milan away, 2 great results and a clean sheet here at the San Siro as well. I'll take it, but how it finished 0-0, I'll never know. Actually, I do know, and it's because the finishing was really poor. 12 shots taken in total by both teams, but only 1 on target, and that came from us. But a 0-0 draw. But for sure, no doubt about it, the attacking coaches will have their work cut out on Monday, that's for sure. But a 0-0 result, I'll certainly take it, no doubt about it. The woodwork struck 4 times in this one, but in the end, a 0-0 draw. And SERIE made a good save towards the end. Gia played quite well from the middle of the park, but I thought once again, Mandragara at the back was really solid for us. 49.5 grand a week, but at the moment, he's proving worth every single penny for Palermo. But that will end today's episode of Club and Country, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Hope you had a great week. Enjoy your weekend as well. The next episode should hopefully be out tomorrow evening or possibly on Sunday. Not too sure yet. But have a fantastic weekend regardless. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode of C&C very soon. Bye.